You ever hear about the poltergeist who haunted this little girl in the 1970s? So in 1977, an 11-year-old girl named Janet and her 13-year-old sister Margaret was two of four children living with a single mother in Enfield. They were living in a house that previously somebody had died in, something that became glaringly obvious when all of a sudden things started moving and the little girl started talking like an old man. And so it became big news, and a lot of people assumed the little girl was making it up. So they brought in press and poltergeist specialists and the whole nine, and they set up a camera to record. Now remember, this is long before the era of a phone that could just take a picture while you're there. They had a still camera from the Daily Mirror, notoriously prone to exaggeration, let's say. But the photographer, who was in his 20s at the time, swore up and down that this camera captured her being haunted by a poltergeist. So when you look at this picture, there's not a lot of movement other than the girl. Now, I've never been haunted by a poltergeist, but I feel like there'd be some extra air movement. Notice how everything is actually pretty still. Also, is that Starsky and Hutch? Never mind. But in 1970s, there was not a lot of media. People weren't barraged with imagery. And so while now it seems pretty obvious she just jumped, then people thought maybe a poltergeist had gotten into her and she flew. Now, Janet swears that she basically experienced 98% of what was captured by the Daily Mirror. But supposedly, the photographer admitted she had jumped, and then now has very quickly backtracked and said, no, he did not admit that she had jumped. Either way, looking at this picture, do you feel like it's proof of a poltergeist or proof that a little girl knows how to jump?